Scene tiles are extremely important when you want to facilitate level design. I have scenes for spikes and chests, tables, wall shooters, torches. These tiles are all scenes with their own functionality. Chests, can drop loot. The spikes can damage me. And we could even come in on here and open it up, and you could see it is a scene with a bunch of different nodes and functionality. Anytime in game development you can facilitate any process, it's something you want to look into. So I've created a very simple scene. By the way, guys, if you want to get the animations and the tiles for the tutorial, you can come here. It is free. Unless you want to use it for commercial use, then you have to pay a small fee. And I just updated it with the swing animations. Very simple, but it gets the job done. And you could see here that when I place these trees, they are also a scene, which I could chop. And I could place the torches down as well. And here is the scene. Very simple with its own script. So first and foremost, let's see how to set up scene tiles. I'm going to show you first how you can set it up. Then I'm going to show you how you can use it via script. And then I'm going to show you some caveats because it shouldn't be used for everything. So I'm going to delete this and do it again. If you look here on the ground tiles, these are normal terrain tiles, which I can draw. And if we come here to the tile set and we expand this, you'll see that these are all PNGs. If I come to the environment and I go to tiles, you'll see that we have these scene collections. So if we come to the tile set, if I want to add a scene collection, you click here and you click on this scene collection. And I'll just call this plants. Why not? Then you can come here to this plus and you can find the scene tile you want to add. Let's add a tree. Let me just erase these corrupted tiles. Click the tree and paint it on. And when I run the game, those trees that I painted on are normal scene tiles. So let's set up via code that when I right click, I plant the seeds. I plant the trees. So first and foremost, make sure you have the input map that allows you to plant. So right here, I have set it up, plant. This is the input name and it triggers by the right mouse button. I have talked about this in my other videos. Now, if we come here, you'll see there's an empty script. What we want to do is we want to get the layer that we want to plant on. So we are planting on the environment layer. So I'm going to drag this in and I'm going to call this environment layer func input. So if event is action pressed plant, that's our custom input. What are we going to do? We want to plant the tree. So we're going to come to the environment layer. And if we right click open documentation, I'll show you which function we need. You need to get in the habit of opening this documentation for all the nodes, looking at the properties, looking at the methods. In this case, we want a method that will plant, and it's going to return void because it's not going to return anything. It's going to do something to the tile map. So we want this set cell method. So you can copy it and do it like that so you could see all the variables it requires. So the coordinates is where we want to plant it. And remember, we want to plant it where our mouse position is. So let's do mouse position, get global mouse position. We can get the mouse position because we are inheriting from node 2D. If this was inheriting from node, this function wouldn't be there. So this gets our global mouse position, but we want to convert it into the tile map position. The way you do that, you get your tile map and you put local to map, and then we put the position that we want to convert. So we'll do var tile position equals this, and that is the coordinates. That's where we want to plant it, here. The source ID, we go into our environment layer, and that is where I showed you these IDs. You see this ID is 0 and this ID is 2. There's no 1, so I'm going to actually change this to 1. Sometimes some weird stuff happened when I tried it. Like, you see the UI was kind of weird. I had to do it again. Sometimes that happens. You just gotta fiddle around with it. But yeah, so the source ID for this is 1. So we're gonna put source ID. And if you want, you could put a variable plant source ID equals 1. And that way we have easy access to it here. The atlas coordinates. This is the tricky part. And this kind of is the inefficient part, because when you're setting normal tiles, you use this atlas coordinate and you normally leave this blank for the alternative tile. In this case, we do not need this at all. So you could put any vector 2 I here. I normally just put 0, but it literally does not matter what you put here. And now this alternative tile corresponds to the scene tile. So if we come here, you'll see there's a 1 and there's a 2 here. Here on the tree, there's a 1. I guess it starts with 1 instead of 0. That's kind of strange. So, we could put the stuff here, var tree alternative tile equals 1. Could put that here. So this is 1. So now when we right click, because we put plant as right click, if we run the scene, right clicking plants our scene tiles, which we could then chop. Okay, so there's a caveat to this. It's very useful in many situations to use scene tiles. As you can see, my level design is super easy with these scene tiles. The only thing you need to look out for is when you have exported variables. So let's say here on our tree, we want to here export. So now if we come in here, you'll see that we can change it from oak to palm. That's where it gets tricky, because you can't really do that. You can't really change the variables there. If I'll show you how to do it, it's a workaround and it's just not as good. So if we wanted to change it from oak to palm, the thing you can do is come into your environment, and you could see here we have this child entered tree. Because if I run the game and we go to remote, you see that there are 2 palm trees and 2 torches. And if we go to the environment layer, these are my audio that I put there, but we have this is for the torch. We have 2 torches and you see it's highlighting it, and 2 trees. So these are just children of the tile map layer. So what we can do is we can create a signal that when a child enters the tree, we're checking if the node is a harvestable tile, because if we go to our tree, you see I put it under class name harvestable tile. So we know for a fact it's going to be a tree. This torch does not have that. And then what we can do, if I go back to so if the node is a tree, I am connecting these sounds for chopping and tree death. And we could also set the node type to oak. I don't have anything set up. I need to set it up. Let's set it up here. So let's do func. This is in the tree script, set types, match type. So if it is types oak, pass. If it's types palm, pass. So unfortunately, we can't directly set the sprite, because while this is being called, these functions have not been initialized. So the sprite 2D won't exist. So what we can do is we can put it in the sprite texture. So let's set up this sprite texture, and we'll put the oak texture there, and we'll put the palm texture there, so that when the ready function runs, it knows that this is available, and it'll put the sprite texture, which we've put there. So let's test it out. So if we come here to environment, we're setting all the nodes to oak. You see? And then if we come here, we're setting all the, we could set it also to palm. And then that changes it. Another problem, let's say our trees had like a growth cycle, and let's say this was, we wanted to see what growth cycle it's on. You can't use the normal tile map functions like get cell. You can't get the alternative tile or scene tile cell. So that's another thing you need to keep in mind. I want you guys to know that it might not be best to use this in all the situations. So yeah, guys, these are scene tiles. I hope you start using them. Also, if you like using Udemy courses, you can check out my Udemy course. I actually go in depth of the scene tiles. I teach you how to use these scene tiles for lava, bounce tiles, and these conveyor belt tiles. Those blocks look like. So if you're interested in such a thing, feel free to check out my course. I'll give you a coupon to make it $10, and just write me in the comments if the coupon has expired. But generally, I want to do more free tutorials on YouTube, so don't worry if you can't afford it. I want to give you access to as much content as I can for free. Thank you guys so much for coming. Have an amazing day. Game Dev a Day puts the doctor at bay. That was really bad. All right. See you guys later. Bye.